fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Yo guys, what is up? Max or not Outriders video, and today we're talking about a Cyclone Trickster build, which I think is so cool. We're going to be talking about all the things that the Trickster does well, the things that Trickster doesn't do well, and answer the question of if you should main or why you should main the Trickster. Now, this is not to say the Trickster is the best. I'll be doing this for every class, so if you guys are interested in the other classes and want to know more about them, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We got a ton of cool stuff to talk about today, so let's get right into it. So the Trickster is your like assassin rogue type character in Outriders. However, the Trickster is interesting because it has a lot of slow time utility based skills and can be also built pretty tanky, and your healing mechanic is going to heal you from killing enemies up close. Now, the skills that we weren't able to play with the demo that are going to be in the full game is Venator's Knife, which is a skill that I'm super excited for. You basically throw a knife that's going to mark enemies, and you can mark up to 5 with just the base. You can add more with mods. You can mark up to like 7. But after you hit them with this knife, they're going to be inflicted with a slow, and then the next point of damage that you deal is doubled against them. So if you want to throw the knife and then shotgun them, they're going to take double damage from that shotgun. If you want to throw that knife and then use a blade or use a cyclone, they're going to take double damage from this. And there's lots of cool mods to work with this. The other skill is Borrowed Time, which is your like teleport skill, kind of like Hunt the Prey, which is a direct teleport. Borrowed Time is going to give you a shield and movement speed to run around, kill a bunch of things, and then you can like almost like Tracer-esque go back in time and go to where you originally started, which is going to be a great like infiltrator kind of skill. And then we have Time Rift. Time Rift is, if you guys played with the Airy Master, basically the Airy Master special ability where you're going to use it. You can lift up multiple enemies in the air and they're going to get inflicted weakness on them. We're going to do less damage, and you can pump damage into them and also take them out of the fight for a long time. So it's a good offensive and defensive ability. And lastly is Cyclone, which is going to interrupt enemies and spin around doing slashes. Now, the build that I'm super excited for with the Trickster, I want to run around like with a shotgun and go a top tree, but today we're going to be talking about a bottom tree anomaly Trickster. And the Trickster doesn't seem like the anomaly class, but with Cyclone, Spin, and this new legendary set is going to be awesome. Now, the new legendary set that we're talking about is the Edge of Time set. Now, all of this is courtesy of MTest. He was able to show off this early, so shout out to him. His channel will be in the description. And the mods for the Edge of Time set are going to give us tier 3 legendary mods, adding 10 seconds to the duration of Cyclone Slice. We're going to be able to move faster with it. We're going to be able to reflect bullets, kind of like the Devastator's reflect. Not as strong, but we'll be able to reflect bullets while running around. When we hit enemies with Temporal Blade, we're going to boost our armor by 75% for each affected enemy hit with our blade. And when I was playing with this in the demo, you could hit like 4 or 5 enemies, which is a ridiculous amount of armor. On top of that, we're just going to be increasing the damage of all of our abilities. And in the skill tree, we're going to be getting shields and health from all the damage that we're doing, all the killing, as well as boosting our firepower based on our anomaly power. It's very, very cool setup. Now, let's talk about the skill tree that I would run for this. So when the full game comes out, I probably would take off Temporal Blade mods from this and put on a Deception skill like Venator's Knife to double my damage against the enemies that I hit and also get some extra shield from killing them. But for this, we're going to assume that we're using Temporal Blade, Cyclone Slice, and probably Hunt the Prey. Now we're going to go Anomaly Power in the bottom tree, Resistance Piercing. We already have a ton of skill leech, more Anomaly Power. We'll talk about this in a second, but Assault Rifle damage is just easy to get here because we're going to be getting so many concentration anomaly power nodes. Activating a melee skill increases your anomaly power by 30% for 5 seconds. This is going to be good for our guns and our abilities. We'll explain that in a second. More anomaly power, more anomaly power. We're not getting this because we're not using a deception skill. We're going Resistance Piercing, Anomaly Power, activating a movement skill, which is going to be our Hunt the Prey or Borrowed Time. We're already at a ton of Anomaly Power, 50% more there. Once again, it's going to depend on if you're dying or not, if you're going to need skill leech or just more Anomaly Power. For this, we're just going to spec more Anomaly Power, which are more concentration nodes. This is already at 47% increased damage for our assault rifles, which is huge. Skill cooldown for damage. When your damage skill ends, increase anomaly power by 50%. Skill leech here. We're going to grab when damage skill ends, increase armor piercing for 30% and resistance piercing for 25% for 10 seconds. Increase firepower by 15% of your anomaly power. This is incredible because it allows us, once again, we're getting 40% increased damage with our assault rifles. But on top of that, we're going to get increased firepower for anomaly power, and we're speccing a ton of anomaly power. So we're basically double dipping in damage for this because we're getting anomaly power and getting more firepower. Altered Executioner. For each enemy in close range, your anomaly power is increased by 10%. That's going to be really nice. This is going to allow us to get shield gain when we kill enemies in close range. However, we're still going to have skill leech. So our skill leech is going to go for our healing, and our kills, our passive, are going to go to our shield, allowing us, because when we have shield, we get damage mitigation to get even tankier. And shields are not capped, so as long as we're killing things and we're killing them quickly, we're going to have uncapped shield, which is going to be amazing. And then for this last point, activating a movement skill increases resistance piercing for 15%. You could put that up here, you could put that up here, or you could go into more like skill leech, but I threw it in here. Now the rotation that we're going to be using is you teleport in, which is going to increase your anomaly power by 50% for 10 seconds. We're going to hit them with our temporal blade, which is going to be our damage skill activation and end almost instantly. This is 100% anomaly power increase right there. And we're also going to be getting armor, debuffing the enemies, and then Cyclone Slice to mop them up with our skill leech and our close range anomaly power. We're going to be getting this armor piercing and resistance piercing by activating our damage skill. And we're just gonna Cyclone spin through everything, spin to win build. It should be a lot of fun. Now, I know this is a series about who you guys should main, and I don't want my opinions to influence y'all, but I'm probably gonna go Trickster first. I don't think Trickster is going to be the highest damage dealing character at the very end game, but it is the character that feels the most fluid to me so far based on my playtime in the demo. The movement speed, how good it feels with shotguns, the damage, and it fits my playstyle, that quick movement speed that I'm super excited for. I like to dive in, I like to be reckless, but I like having those trade-offs, especially the shield stuff seems really cool. So I'm probably gonna go Trickster, either that or Devastator, but I'm leaning towards Trickster. Once again, I don't think the Trickster is gonna be the highest damage dealing character in the game, but I think it'll definitely be able to keep up. Hopefully Trickster won't get relegated to like utility and like crowd control, which it definitely does have a lot of, but I'm hoping to play a damage dealing Trickster. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what kind of build character you're going to be going when the game launches. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.
I was putting in the